Hello there, good evening. Welcome to Look North. On the programme tonight, a mum from Doncaster says she thought her son was going to die when he was mauled by a dog in a park.
Straight away I knew it's going to kill him, it's going to kill him. It literally got him by the face, it wouldn't let him go.
A man has been arrested by police. Also tonight, 3 men have appeared in court accused of murdering a convicted child killer at Wakefield Prison. We celebrate the women collecting their degrees at Sheffield Hallam University more than 50 years after studying. And myself and Lindsay Burrow have been in training ahead of our 3-legged challenge for children in need. See how we got on.
Well, after that early sunshine, it soon turned wet. This was a scene near Wakefield earlier this afternoon, and it does set us up for quite an unsettled week. Join me for that week ahead forecast.
Hello there, it is the first Look North of the week and it's lovely to have your company tonight. A mum from Doncaster says she thought her son was going to die when he was mauled by a dog in a park. 5-year-old Roman was walking home from school last Thursday when he was bitten by a dog thought to be a bully breed. He's had surgery on his face following the attack and a man has been arrested. Roman's mum, Joan, is calling on dog owners to keep their animals on leads, a warning that you may find some of Ollie Constable's reports distressing.
This is supposed to be a safe place for Roman to play and be able to just walk through without bad things happening.
This is where Roman walks home from school. But on Thursday, he was mauled in the face by a large dog.
This is where the man and the dog was, and then before we knew it, he'd been chased and it's literally Roman's been attacked literally over here on the grass. Roman didn't stand a chance. He's literally ran in like a semicircle and this big beefy thing has just come and took him to the floor. It didn't like knock him down first. It wasn't like straight away I knew it's going to kill him, it's going to kill him. It literally got him by the face, it wouldn't let him go.
Roman was badly injured as Joanne tried to get the dog away from her son.
He's screaming, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I've just picked him up and took him to the other side of the gate. If the dog had gone like a little bit, caught him, he would have lost his eye. If it had gone a little bit lower, killed him on the spot.
That moment when you see the dog attack Roman, what's going through your mind?
He's dead. It's going to kill him. What are you going to do when this big thing's run at you? You're going to run for your life, you know what I mean?
Armed police swarmed the park moments after Joanne called 999. The dog, which was off the lead, is thought to be a bully breed and is now in the care of police. Roman's injuries meant he needed surgery on his ear and spent a couple of days in hospital. Now, though, he's come back to the park to play.
Yeah, you ready? How high do you want to go?
A 29-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of having a dog dangerously out of control. He's been bailed by police.
South Yorkshire Police said this shouldn't have happened and could have been avoided by responsible ownership. They said if you have a dog in an area where children could be excitable or unpredictable, there is no reason that dog should be off its lead. They said any dog has the potential to cause injury.
It doesn't matter how soft you think your animal is. It doesn't matter how playful and how friendly they are and they would never hurt a fly. I don't care for it. Keep your dog on a lead, especially in an open place like this. This park isn't gated off. In a place like this, you know, where there's kids.
Roman's scars might be permanent, but he isn't letting this incident hold him back.
Pride isn't even the word. I'm in awe of him. If that was me, a grown-up that's just been attacked by a dog, you wouldn't catch me coming back here and where it happened. Absolutely not. Not this quick anyway. I'm just starting to shake. Like, I'm not taking him this way to school. I'm going to take him the long way around. Like, I'm not doing it.
Ollie Constable, BBC Look North in Doncaster.
Next tonight, 3 prisoners have appeared before Leeds Crown Court charged with the murder of a convicted child killer in a high-security West Yorkshire prison. 33-year-old Kyle Bevan was found dead in his cell at Wakefield Prison last week. Phil Bodmer was in court.
The 3 defendants, Mark Fellows, who's 45, 56-year-old Lee Newell and 63-year-old David Taylor, all appeared here via video link at Leeds Crown Court this afternoon. They're all inmates at Wakefield Prison and they're all charged with the murder of Kyle Bevan, who was 33 years old. He was 2.5 years into a minimum sentence of 28 years for murdering his partner's 2-year-old daughter Lola James in Haverfordwest in Pembrokeshire in 2020. Now, West Yorkshire Police say they were called to Wakefield Prison at around 8:25 last Wednesday morning after receiving a report a man had been found dead in his cell. Now, in court this afternoon in front of His Honour Judge Tom Bayliss KC, Mark Fellows, Lee Newell and David Taylor spoke only to confirm their names. They were all remanded in custody and a pre-trial hearing was set for the 15th of December with a trial date listed for June of next year.
You are watching Monday's Look North, still to come on tonight's programme. The 102-year-old D-Day war veteran honouring the fallen ahead of Remembrance Day. But before that, let's bring you some news in brief. Sheffield Council has warned its financial position has significantly deteriorated, leaving a £20 million gap in its budget. The council says there are significant challenges with its budget, particularly with the costs for social care, special educational needs, transport and homelessness. There's already a 6-month recruitment freeze and tighter controls on non-essential spending, such as office improvements. A pedestrian has been hospitalised after a collision in York this morning. It happened at 5:30 in Gillygate and involved a white Ford KA. The pedestrian was taken to hospital where he remains in a stable condition and the motorist was injured. Police closed the road off for 5 hours and are asking witnesses to contact them. Passengers on LNER and Hull trains have faced disruption today due to a broken rail track. All lines have now reopened and the incident in Nottinghamshire, but trains between Grantham and Retford may still be delayed or cancelled until the end of the day. LNER says tickets for trains today can be used tomorrow. 2 schools in South Yorkshire have been selected to perform at the Royal Albert Hall tonight. Silkston Common Junior and Infant School String Orchestra in Barnsley and the choir at Bolby Central Primary Academy in Doncaster are set to perform at the Music for Youth Schools Prom. It's an excelling at regional and national music for youth festivals throughout the year. What an amazing experience. Now tomorrow marks Armistice Day with dozens of commemorations planned right across our region. This is 102-year-old Jack Mortimer. He's from Seacroft in Leeds and he fought in the D-Day landings. Yesterday he was among hundreds who gathered to honour those in the armed services who died in conflict. Kathy Killick reports on his remarkable story.
I am a D-Day veteran and I've been back to Normandy quite a few times and it's a very moving experience to be there, you know. When I walk through those gravestones, immaculately in line, sometimes you read their names. Now all we've left are memories.
Jack Mortimer was 100 when he last visited Normandy. In the cemeteries at Bayer and Ranville lie comrades, particularly paratroopers, to whom he owes his life.
Without those paratroopers, I might not be here, because they landed earlier than we did, and they took out 2 big guns which was stationed near the Havre, and had they not taken those out, well, I might not be here, because the sword beach where I landed was well within their range.
This is it. They're on the beach.
Jack was one of 156,000 troops to land on the beaches on D-Day. A corporal with the Royal Army Ordnance Corps, he was 20 years old. Now 102, he makes a point of marking Remembrance Day. He was at the parade in Leeds on Sunday, representing a generation that's slipping inexorably away.
I'm proud to be a D-Day veteran. I'm proud of my medals. But the most thing I am proud about is my generation. My generation who, through the dark years at the end of 39, 40, 41, stood almost alone against the might of Germany. We were there all our own. Without that generation, the country owes its freedom and its democracy.
The laying of wreaths and the symbol of the poppies are important to Jack, but it was the silence on Sunday and tomorrow that are truly personal.
I'm thinking of all the soldiers that went there every day, every one of them, and never came back. We must never forget. Age cannot weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
And of course, we will be remembering them tomorrow as well on Remembrance Day. We'll be reflecting on events across our region. Time for sport now with Sally, and you got the burgundy memo, I'm pleased to see.
Absolutely, yeah, it's autumnal, isn't it? Let's have some sport now, shall we? In football and in the Premier League, concern is growing at Leeds United after a poor performance and a 3-1 loss at Nottingham Forest.
Yes, football games on this level are always decided with small details, and conceded too many goals today. So after going in lead, have to make sure that 90 seconds after going in lead, we are a bit more switched on to defend the channel run and then to be a bit more on it.
Also still struggling are our two championship teams. Sheffield United had a goalless draw against QPR and Sheffield Wednesday lost 3-1 at Southampton. In League One, though, there was a pulsating South Yorkshire derby between Doncaster and Barnsley. Vimal Yoganathan put the Tykes ahead in the first half, scoring his first goal for them in the league. But Luke Molyneux equalised 5 minutes later. And then Davis Keeler-Dunn came off the bench to settle the game with the decider. Barnsley the winners, 2-1. Huddersfield ended their 3-game League One losing streak, beating Plymouth Argyle 3-1. This was the Terriers' sensational third goal. What a finish from substitute Cameron Ashier. And how about this for a set piece? Rotherham's Arjani Martha fires home the Millers' second goal against Lincoln. They won 3-0 and are now unbeaten in 6 league games, powering into the top half of the table. And Chesterfield had to fight hard after Accrington Stanley shocked them with a 2-goal lead. The Spyrites hit back with goals from Tom Naylor, Lee Bonis and James Berry to level the score. But they missed out on the win when they were awarded a penalty in added time and missed. Final score 3-3. Now, it was a clean sweep for Australia in the Rugby League Ashes. England lost by 30 points to 8 in the third and final test at Headingley. Headingley Stadium sold out within 48 hours of the tickets going on sale, and across the 3 games, more than 132,000 fans attended. The Ashes proved the sport can draw big audiences, but confirmed Australia's current dominance.
No, we've built a bond over the last 3 or 4 years, trying to build it together, what we've built, and that's probably the big disappointing thing of it. We really did believe we could come here and win the series, so a lot of reflecting to do. Even though we're not a million miles away, the scoreboard looks like that, so yeah, I'll do some reflecting. We all do it individually, collectively, and we'll come back better.
Now, normally, if you want to see elite athletes, you'd have to go to a game or switch on your TV. But in a sleepy suburb in North Leeds, all you need to do is look out of your window. Steve Jones has the story.
Turning right here, kid. It's the place which set Keely Hodgkinson on a path to Olympic gold, and the playground of triathlon legends like the Brownlee brothers. West Park is the place to be for elite athlete spotting.
It's a brilliant environment. As you can see, it's quite peaceful, quite respectful neighbourhood. It feels safe, and it almost replicates like a race day feel as well.
Olympic 800-metre finalist Alex Bell says this is the ideal training ground.
It's an amazing place to be in, not just inspiring myself, but inspiring the young and up-and-coming generation too.
For locals, like 11-year-old Charlotte, spotting the famous faces has become a hobby.
I like seeing them a lot running around and trying to guess like which one it is. I would definitely like to be more of a triathlete and definitely reach the Olympics.
It brings life to the area where there's so many old people here. So it's good to see them all. And they're all well behaved, lovely, say hello.
I have no problem. They can run all day for me. It's very quiet around here. Just learning drivers might hit them though.
With support from young and old, this quiet corner of Leeds has helped produce Olympians of past, present and maybe even future. Steve Jones, BBC Look North, West Park.
You never know who you might bump into. That's all your sport for now, Amy.
You never know. It's like that in Ilkley, though, wasn't it? The Brownlee brothers used to be running around all the time.
We're all over the place, these
all
Yorkshire
over.
athletes.
Yep. Next tonight, it's always nice to get some recognition, isn't it? And in this case, it is decades overdue. These young women are all studying to be PE or art subject teachers at Lady Mabel College. Now, it was based at Wentworth Woodhouse near Rotherham in the 50s, 60s and 70s. After 3 years of studying, they all received a certificate, not a proper degree. Well, today that has all been put right by Sheffield Hallam University, and Tom Ingle has been there celebrating with them.
Pamela Hunt. A celebration 50 years in the making. Pam Hunt is one of almost 200 women graduating today, decades after she finished studying.
I studied PE and music. We got a certificate of education rather than a degree because at the time there were no degree courses in PE or the arts.
The young women who studied at Lady Mabel College were at the vanguard of a new approach to education training. That, and its location, Wentworth Woodhouse stately home, gave them a truly unique experience.
I've met somebody that she was in my year and I shared a room with. I've not seen her for 50 years, so it's incredible, yes. The core values of discipline, resilience and knowledge.
Pam can take some credit for this celebration happening at all. Lady Manners College eventually became part of Sheffield City Polytechnic, and ultimately its legacy passed to Sheffield Hallam. Pam helped campaign to ensure everyone who went through its doors received an honorary degree in education.
They studied education, but with a focus on physical education, drama, dance, and in particular how to build that into the curriculum. They were studying quite a progressive curriculum and as such became real influencers out in the world of education as they left the institution.
I taught PE for 9 years full time, and then I had my family, and then I did mainly supply teaching, which eventually evolved into teaching maths.
It's quite something to graduate after your career, but this was still a day for the young at heart. And youngest of all,
Sybil Wilbraham.
At the age of 94, she'd begun her studies in 1949.
We were all going into schools and our heads of department were of the old school, and it was quite daunting. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful 70 odd years.
Tonight, they'll go back to where it all began, Wentworth Woodhouse, now itself reinvented as a tourist attraction. More than 500 women will ultimately be honoured. Proof it's never too late to stand tall. Tom Ingle, BBC Look North.
Certainly better late than ever, and what a wonderful day for them all. Hope they enjoyed it. It is Children in Need Week, and there are just 4 days to go until Look North's fundraising challenge. I will be joining Lindsay Burrow, wife of rugby league legend Rob Burrow, to walk more than 30 miles, three-legged, across West, North and South Yorkshire. Now, we'll give you details of how you can donate and how you can meet us along the route in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at some of our training over the past few weeks. And who better to call upon than an Olympic athlete to give us some tips?
Such a strong gymnast.
He's an Olympian, Commonwealth and British gymnastics champion.
That's good all round.
And 100% daredevil.
We're going to try whip, double twisting, double shred.
Niall Wilson has millions of social media followers who watch him take on crazy, daring challenges. Now it's our turn.
Niall, hi.
Come on, ladies.
Help.
In you come.
From one athlete to another.
Right.
What do we need to do?
If you can do gymnastics movements and be strapped together, if you can get on some of the apparatus, then walk's going to be absolutely easy for you both. So you up for doing a little bit of gymnastics today?
As long as it's just a couple of back.
Right, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure. Makes it sound so easy.
2, 1, this. Yeah! Look at them, look like two spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the most basic thing that everyone says to me when they talk about mobility is, I can't touch my toes. So,
Can't touch my toes.
There we go. Look at you both go, eh?
Nice. Not going to be able to walk tomorrow.
Everyone wants a strong core, even if you're walking or anything. Oh. Tuck your head right in and then roll over the mat. Oh. Forward. Yeah. Forward, 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 forward. Yeah. No. Forward. Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. Watch carefully. It's quite a technical one, this, but I think you both got it.
You've got to be kidding.
Go on then. Let's have a go.
This is going to be your biggest challenge, I think. We're going to see if you can get to the other end successfully. Strapped together. Yes!
Okay, ready?
Right, figure it out one at a time. I think they're both going to do absolutely fantastic. Be a tough whole feat, more mentally than physically, but it's for an unbelievable cause. I'm very proud of them both.
We made it! Yay!
I think we're ready, Lindsay.
I'm believing you. Let's do this.
Oh, you could hear Lindsay's children in the background there saying, I believe in you. Fingers crossed we can do it. What could possibly go wrong, eh? I was aching for 2 days after that training session, I tell you. We would love to see you on the route later this week. Here is where we're going to be.
We begin our challenge this Thursday, and on day one we'll try and walk 15 miles in West and North Yorkshire tied together.
It's an early start in the morning in Castleford and we'll hopefully finish 12 hours later in Selby.
From Castleford, we'll head to Ferry Bridge and into North Yorkshire before visiting the villages of Byram, Burton Salmon and Hillam.
Then we'll walk through Monk Fryston, Hambleton and Thorpe Willoughby and hopefully finish in Selby at around 8 o'clock.
Day 2 is another 15 miles. We'll start in South Yorkshire and then head over the hills to Huddersfield.
We'll set off just after sunrise from Cannon Hall Farm near Barnsley, walking to the villages of High Hoyland and then Clayton West.
Then the climbing begins as we head to the heights of Emley before visiting the villages of Flopton, Grangemore and Kirkheaton.
We'll then head into Huddersfield via Colne Bridge and hopefully finish live on Look North at Forget Me Not Hospice in Huddersfield. We would love to see you along the route. Yes, we would love to see you on the route, and of course this is all to raise money for BBC Children in Need, which supports dozens of charities right across our region. If you would like to donate, here's how you do it.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Burrow. Myself and Amy Garcia are taking part in the 1,000 Mile Challenge Extra Leg for BBC Children in Need. If you would like to support our efforts, you can donate £5, £10, £20, £30 or £40 by texting the word 5, 10, 20, 30 or 40 to 70712.
Text costs your donation amount plus your standard network message charge, and 100% of your donation will go to BBC Children in Need. You must be 16 or over and have the bill payer's permission. For full terms, more info on the registered charity or to donate online, head to bbc.co.uk/walk. Thank you. Paul, I am hoping for an accurate children need forecast because it's been glorious the last few days.
We could do with a bit of jeopardy. We want it to chuck it down. We want the next named storm. I have to say, there's so much uncertainty towards the end of the week. The potential is there for a lot of rain, but it's not nailed on. So ask me again tomorrow, and I probably won't know by then. But the potential is there for a lot of wet weather.
Accurate as ever. Thank you for that, Paul. I hear you're going to bore us with reservoir levels.
Well, it's really interesting. It always is interesting that we get the latest reservoir figures tomorrow. They'll show that they've risen again. We're around about 60% at the moment, which is a big rise compared with September when they were at 30%. Still way below average. And there's some interesting water companies across the country because the Met Office's long-range forecast has come in the last few days for winter. And that's for December, January and February. And it shows there's a much higher probability that winter's going to be drier than average. Now, when you look at past big droughts, the last one was 1975, 1976, and when you get serious problems with water supply, it's always off the back of a dry summer like 1975, the winter of 75, 76 was dry, and then we had the hot summer of 1976 and we ended up with standpipes on the streets. Now, water companies are concerned that if this long-range forecast is correct and reservoirs don't fully replenish by spring of next year and we end up with another nice dry summer, then we could be facing problems. Some reservoirs down south, there's still only 30% capacity. So it's, you know, really important that we get a lot of rain over the next few weeks to get those reservoirs up to a decent level. So I'll obviously keep my eye on that.
Please do, and you're right, that was very interesting.
It was very interesting.
For that, Paul.
More interest coming up on Look North on future days, but I've got a couple of pictures to show you that have come in over the weekend. That was a beautiful one. I mean, the colours on the trees at the moment are absolutely fantastic. The Copper Beech is absolutely beautiful as one example. Sunshine in short supply, but this was Filey this afternoon, where there was just nobody on the beach and just that beautiful cumulus type 1 cloud. It really was the place to be. But sunshine certainly at premium in the next few days. If you see any nice pictures, you want to get them into me on X, on Instagram and the Weather Watcher website. So tomorrow's headline, more rain in the morning. It should turn somewhat drier and brighter through the course of the afternoon. Let me show you what's happening. This is the next system that will bring rain in tomorrow morning and then tomorrow night. And look what happens. It clears and then comes back on Wednesday afternoon. And then for Amy's challenge Thursday and Friday, at face value, there is a potential there for rain. But some computer models are shoving that rain back down south and it leaves Friday dry. So as I say, a lot of uncertainty for the end of the week. But certainly in the short term, there has been quite a bit of rain around today. It's been quite heavy towards the coast. And it's still quite wet, especially across North and West Yorkshire. But eventually, that rain will clear into the North Sea. It becomes dry temporarily with clear spells overnight before the next batch of rain heads into the Pennines. Temperatures coming in at around about 6 or 7 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow's high water times then Scarborough 8:17, Bridlington at 8:38. A dry start in the east end, but that rain soon spreading across all parts of our region through the morning in turn. It clears largely through the afternoon, still left with some patchy rain in the west. We'll see it become very mild, but also very windy, with temperatures around 14 degrees Celsius. As for Wednesday, a fine start, rain later, the possibility at least of more rain Thursday and Friday. That's the forecast.
Oh, it does look horrible, doesn't it?
I might be wrong.